Alrighty, guys, welcome back once again. We are now not live.
That'll kick back in. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
We are back, baby.
Now we're officially back. Live here at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Sharknado taking on Maybe Ask Shona.
Indubitably. The men on the mic. My name is Grant, sitting beside Mr. Ryan Murray. The man, the myth, and the legend himself.
Yeah.
You don't seem convinced of that.
You know what? If I hear it enough, I might. You know.
Nonetheless, we are back live, guys. Help us out. Hit that share button. It is the fundraiser for Kate. Kate's fight.
Struggling with the big C word.
Indeed. And if you haven't heard, big, massive, huge shout out to Jim Jutsi, one of the owners here at Leather Pocket, donating $100,000.
100 large, bro.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah. And as I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here with Danny Gombach's comments. So for those that don't know, Danny Gombach and Kate obviously married. Danny being part of the Calgary pool scene for a large number of years. Very accomplished player. Kate, his wife, battling the big C. And to paraphrase Danny's sentiments, Jim Jutsi more than likely just saved Kate's life, because that money will get the treatment that she needs, be that in the States, be it in Germany, wherever she needs to go to get it done. That money will go to all of that, plus all the fundraiser that efforts that the pool scene here is putting on. And I'll tell you what, and Ryan, you know it, you're sitting beside me, the room is packed. When stuff like this happens in Calgary, it is amazing, the Calgary pool scene and what we do.
We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say, amazing on Jim for what he's done. I mean, unbelievable.
Crazy.
There wasn't a dry eye in the house. But the other thing is, a lot of the people here that don't have money are still throwing 20s into jars, buying tickets, just donating stacks of cash to the Kate's fight. And, it's just unbelievable. It is. I'm so glad I'm a part of it.
I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Again, only my opinion. Ben Francisco at the table looking to clean up. Chris Demirs with a miss on that safety. Very, very unlikely or uncommon, I should say, for Chris to miss a safety like that.
And you're probably thinking, didn't Ben just play with the backwards red hat?
Yeah.
Well, no, not every Filipino's named Ben, just all the ones in Calgary.
Well, this is Bahen.
This is Bahen, yeah.
This is Bahen, not Ben.
Yeah. The Bahen house.
The Bahen house. And he is going to strike first blood, maybe ask Shona.
And this is the man responsible for the maintenance of the equipment playing there with the backwards red hat. Benny is in here every morning without fail, washing and getting these tables ready to go for the day. Kicking some butt for us. He's awesome.
Richard Daigle said was so proud to be in the room when that happened. Indeed. I mean, you want to talk about stepping up to the plate.
Unreal, man. And like I say, I mean, you sit there and you say, what do you do with millions and millions of dollars when you're
exactly
that. That's what you do right there. You make sure that the neighbors' kids eat if they don't have the money, and you make sure you can save lives, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to, but it was awesome of Jim to do that. So
1,000%. Nick Manuel up to break.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Nick Manuel, he is the Nick of Nick's Q Innovations here in Calgary. The man does it all. And in my opinion, and it's only my humble opinion, builds some of the best jump cues money can buy, period.
Yep. Well, and I'll tell you, cost for dollar value, I'll give you that. On top of that, this man, with Nick's Q Innovations, right? fixes, repairs, does tips, all those things, can fix stuff that is not fixable.
It really, yeah. You wonder, how is that possible?
I have watched him take a shaft that was busted in half and put it back together.
Yeah. And you couldn't really see where it had been repaired.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, and you don't have to be in Calgary.
Nope.
He will ship your stuff all over the world to you. Give him a call, you know.
Yeah. Look him up. Nick's Q Innovations.
Who do we got doing battle with Nick now?
It's not James.
I do this purposely because I love watching. He's like a perch on a hook, just flopping around.
Mike Bain.
Mike Bain, there you go. For you that don't know, he turned 50, and that was
my
it.
memory. I tell you,
his memory went out the door just with 49.
it's amazing. It actually, my memory or loss of, came from my appendix rupture.
Oh,
Ever since, well, almost, yes, my appendix rupture. I was going to say almost my appendix rupture, but it did rupture, and I was extremely lucky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you.
I waited way too long, and I've said this on the stream before, so I'm sure people are tired of hearing about it. But to make a long, convoluted story short, it burst while I was in Spokane. I have a fairly high pain tolerance. That was unbearable, unbelievable pain that I just dealt with. It happened on a Wednesday afternoon. Friday midday, decided to get the heck out of Spokane. Drove 8 hours. Got home Friday night and waited until either Monday or Tuesday to go into the hospital.
Wow.
And the doctors told me that was probably the decision that saved my life, because if I waited 24 hours, I wouldn't have made it.
That's you and Susie both. So my teammate in this event, Susie Dickstein, for the last couple of weeks has been, coming out and practicing up, getting ready for the event. And one day I came in here and was hitting balls with her. She's like, I really don't feel good. And she's like, it's almost like my insides are on fire and this and that. And she was white as a ghost, so had her sit down or whatever. So she goes to the doctors like 3-4 days ago, and they thought maybe an ovarian cyst, so they sent her for an ultrasound. Her appendix had been burst for almost a week.
Yep, that was mine.
And they sent her immediately by ambulance to have it out.
Yep.
And said, the doctor, I guess his exact words are, I don't know how you're still here.
Yeah. So with mine,
holy cow.
With mine, it had ruptured and leaked so bad, they couldn't take mine out.
Wow.
The doctors told me that if they were to try to cut me open, my insides were so bad, it would be like cutting wet tissue paper. Right?
Unreal.
And it wouldn't go back together.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's why they told me, right? If I hadn't done that, if I waited another 24 hours, I don't make it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So ever since I was on, copious amounts of antibiotics while I was in the hospital, and then sent home, and then more antibiotics after that, and it wreaked havoc.
Wow.
It just did me in.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad she's here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're all here.
I'm telling you, it was quite the experience. So yeah, that's why ever since that, and it was, I mean, a ridiculous amount of antibiotics, and ever since.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Well, don't tell me there's no man upstairs looking down on us.
Well, and then I had an ear infection after that, and that also was a pretty big contributing factor. Really, really bad ear infection that got into my brain and all kinds of stuff.
Crazy, man.
And our stream's dead.
Oh, we're kind of bouncing back and forth between live and dead.
A lot of people checking out. I think it's dead. Oh. Maybe not. Are we live? Nope. Yeah, it's dead.